When you think of the Japanese tea ceremony, what comes to mind? It's not just preparing and drinking tea. A quiet room, soft shadows, a warm bowl held carefully in two hands. Every movement is deliberate, every detail meaningful. In Japan, this practice is elevated to an art form, a quiet philosophy that speaks to beauty, presence, and impermanence. In this video, let's discover why the Japanese tea ceremony is so much more than just tea. In Japan, this practice is called Chadō, meaning the way of tea, or Chanoyu, meaning hot water for tea. At its simplest, it is a way of preparing, serving, and receiving matcha. But over centuries, it has evolved into an art form shaped by Zen Buddhism and Japanese aesthetics. A typical gathering takes place in a small, quiet room designed to create a sense of calm and focus. Here, the host and guest share not just tea, but a moment of presence, simplicity, and respect. This spirit is guided by four key principles that shape every aspect of the tea ceremony: harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. Harmony reflects the balance between people, nature, and surroundings. It is a feeling of ease and connection in the space. Respect means treating every person, object, and gesture with care and consideration. Purity is more than physical cleanliness. It is a cleansing of the mind and heart, creating space for quiet attention. And tranquility is the peace that naturally arises when harmony, respect, and purity come together. These principles express the essential nature of the tea ceremony. Participants seek to bring their spirits into harmony while showing mutual respect. By maintaining cleanliness and tranquility both inwardly and in the tea room itself, they can reach a state of clarity. These ideals were set forth in the 16th century by Zen no Rikyū, a revered tea master and the father of the wabi cha style of tea ceremony. His influence refined and formalized the practice, infusing it with Zen Buddhist philosophy and a deep appreciation for beauty and simplicity. This sensibility shapes both the ritual and the atmosphere of the tea ceremony, reflecting aesthetic ideas like wabi-sabi and ma. Since we explored these ideas in a previous video, let's briefly reflect on how wabi-sabi and ma are embodied in the Japanese tea ceremony. Wabi-sabi, the appreciation of imperfection, impermanence, and simplicity, is present in every aspect of the tea ceremony. It reflects a sensibility that finds depth and richness in things that are humble and modest. The rustic textures of the tea bowl, the asymmetry of a flower arrangement, and the use of natural, unpolished materials all express this quiet aesthetic. These imperfect details invite us to notice beauty just as it is. Ma, the space between things, is equally important. It can be felt in the arrangement of objects in the tea room, in the pauses between movements, and in the silent intervals shared by host and guest. Ma creates a sense of openness and calm, allowing both physical and emotional space for presence. These aesthetic principles shape the space and atmosphere of the tea ceremony, helping a simple act become a profound experience. At the heart of this experience is ichi-go ichi-e, a concept that speaks directly to this shared moment. This phrase, popularized by Zen no Rikyū, is often translated as one encounter, one chance. It expresses the understanding that every gathering is unique. No two moments are ever the same, even when we meet the same people in the same place. So every encounter, no matter how ordinary it may seem, is to be cherished as precious and unrepeatable. For this reason, every tea gathering is treated as a once-in-a-lifetime occasion, with both host and guest wholeheartedly preparing for and savoring the moment. Today, ichi-go ichi-e is embraced not only in the tea ceremony, but also as a mindset in human relationships, business, and daily life. It reminds us to cherish our encounters and bonds with others and to live fully in the present. The tea room itself is an essential part of the Japanese tea ceremony. It is not just a setting, but an aesthetic experience that shapes the entire atmosphere. Its design is minimalist and humble, using natural materials like wood, paper, and clay. The walls may be plain and the space small, but this simplicity allows textures, light, and shadow to become part of the experience. Soft shadows fall across tatami mats. The grain of unpolished wood adds warmth. Handmade objects introduce a gentle sense of imperfection. This appreciation for imperfection reflects a teaching recorded in the Southern Record, a collection of sayings by Zen Rikyū. He expressed that in the small tea room, every utensil should be less than perfect. He taught that rejecting something, just because it is slightly damaged, shows a lack of understanding. This way of thinking invites guests to notice the quiet beauty in what is simple, worn, and incomplete. The values of humility and simplicity are also reflected in the architecture of the tea room. The door of a traditional tea room is quite low and square, separating the quiet tea space from the busy outside world. This small door requires every guest, regardless of social status or rank, to bend and crawl through it to enter. This act symbolizes letting go of ego and pride, reminding everyone to approach the tea ceremony with humility and respect. The arrangement of the tea room is intentionally simple. There are few decorations, perhaps only a single hanging scroll or a seasonal flower arranged in a simple vase. This emptiness is not a lack, but a space for the guest's mind to settle and become quiet. From its materials to its shadows, every part of the tea room reflects the values of the Japanese tea ceremony. The tea room becomes a vessel for aesthetic philosophy, gently drawing host and guest into a shared moment of quiet beauty. The Japanese tea ceremony may seem like a quiet tradition from the past, but its spirit continues to speak to us today. In a world where our days often feel rushed and full of distractions, the tea ceremony offers something rare. It is a moment shaped by intention, simplicity, and care. It reminds us that life's beauty doesn't depend on grand gestures. Sometimes, it can be found in something as simple as holding a warm bowl in both hands, sharing silence with another person, or pausing long enough to notice light and shadow in the room. This is why the Japanese tea ceremony is more than just tea. It is a living philosophy that encourages us to notice small details, appreciate what is imperfect and fleeting, and honor each encounter as unique. Perhaps we can carry this spirit into our own daily lives, finding moments of calm, connection, and beauty exactly where we are. What part of the Japanese tea ceremony resonates most with you? How do you find small moments of calm and presence in your own life? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.